Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. So the WSL was back this past weekend and we had some cracking games played all across the country, so let's dive straight into it. Now the big game this weekend saw Arsenal take on Chelsea from the Emirates Stadium, and before we look into the game itself, just a word on the attendance. Another WSL record setting attendance, over 59,000 fans in attendance at the game, and Arsenal once again proving that they can sell out the Emirates Stadium and keep putting on a fantastic show for all the fans. Now the game itself was absolutely fantastic for an Arsenal fan's point of view, winning the game by 4-1. Beth Mead opened the scoring after 8 minutes after a great bit of work by Caitlin Ford down the left hand side. She plays the ball into the middle. Victoria Plover does a bit of work to find Beth Mead, who manages to fake out 2 or 3 Chelsea players, including Ann-Katrin Berger, before slotting it in, and that gives Arsenal an early lead. However, the lead didn't last long before Johanna Wright and Cannerid managed to pull Chelsea level. Now there was obviously some arguments over whether that goal should have stood because of Sam Kerr impeding the viewing of Manuela Zinsberger because she couldn't see the ball properly, and with VAR that probably would have been ruled out. However, obviously no VAR in the WSL, so the goal stood. And then after that it was a bit of to and fro between the sides, both teams trying to find a true foothold in the game, trying to get the upper hand on their opponent, but neither side were really able to do so. And then half an hour came, Arsenal get a set piece, ball comes in from Steph Catley, Amanda Illerstedt heads it past Ann-Katrin Berger, who tried to come out and collect the ball from the corner, but she got nowhere near it, and Illerstedt was able to head it into an empty net. Then within a minute or two of going 2-1 up, they went 3-1 up as Alessia Russo got her first goal of the game. Again, lovely bit of work from Arsenal, and then Russo with a comfortable finish to put the Gunners 3-1 up at half time. Then Emma Hayes made a triple substitution, bringing on Fran Kirby, Khadijah Buchanan and Ashley Lawrence on at half time, and the game got a bit more even. Chelsea was still trying to find those 2 goals to get back level. Arsenal were hoping to see the game out and they were able to do so, and then with 15 minutes left they were awarded a penalty. Again, bit of conscious decision whether that was a penalty, whether Jess Carter and Ann-Katrin Berger really made the foul. For me personally, I don't think it was a foul. I think they clearly got the ball, and then I think it was Stina Blackstenius. No, it wasn't Blackstenius. I think it was Russo. Went down under contact, but the penalty was given by Rebecca Welch. Russo steps up and scores it and made it 4-1 to Arsenal, and that was then game done. Confident for Arsenal, very good performance overall for Jonas Side, and it means now that they have gone level on points with Chelsea, with just the 1 game remaining in 2023, which is next weekend. Obviously disappointing weekend for Chelsea, getting thumped 4-1 by your rivals, and now them being level on points with you and losing your first WSL game this season. For Arsenal, like I said, absolutely fantastic result for Jonas Side. Give them the 3 points, puts them level on points with Chelsea, and keeps that title race well and truly alive as we head into next weekend's games. A look elsewhere around the WSL on Saturday, Manchester City beat Aston Villa by 2-1. Aston Villa did score early on through Danielle Turner with a lovely finish, and then 2 second half goals within quick succession from Lauren Hemp gave Manchester City the 2-1 victory. It could have been more for Gareth Taylor's side. Lauren Hemp had another chance to get a hat-trick quite late on, but Daphne Van Domslant made a good save of it. So Manchester City again keeping right on the tails of Arsenal and Chelsea, only a couple of points separating those 3 sides at the top of the WSL. Looking now down into 4th place, and Manchester United, they beat Tottenham Hotspur in the evening kickoff by 4-0. Melvin Millard, Ella Toon, Hannah Blundell and Hayley Ladd with the goals. The first goal was initially accredited to Melvin Millard, but it was changed to Hannah Blundell in the end. So comfortable 4-0 victory for Manchester United. Had it all their own way pretty much the whole game. Much better performance from Mark Skinner's side this time out. Disappointing for Robert Wilhelm's side. The only positive for them was they were able to welcome back Beth England for the first time this season after she was missing throughout injury. But Manchester United walk away with the 3 points and sit a point behind Manchester City on 18 points, whilst Man City are on 19. The rest of the games this weekend, we saw Brighton and Hove Albion scored 2 late goals to draw 2-2 with Leicester. Leicester scored either side of half-time, Lena Petterman and Jutta Rantala with the goals, before an Elizabeth Turland brace in the 82nd and 88th minute managed to get Melissa Phillips' side a well-earned point there. Bristol City and Liverpool, a game that also finished in a draw. Emily Thestrup had put Bristol City ahead before Sophie Roman Howe drew Liverpool level a couple of minutes later, and then the only other game saw West Ham United lose 1-0 to Everton. Karen Holmgaard getting the goal for Brian Sorensen's side, a much needed win there for the Toffees. So a quick rundown of the table: we have Chelsea top on 22 points, Arsenal level on points but a couple of goals behind them on goal difference. Then Man City on 19, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Everton, Leicester City, Brighton and Hove Albion, Aston Villa, Bristol City and West Ham United is your table for the WSL. Now we will have a full, more in-depth podcast out later on, looking at the whole WSL weekend and all the talking points from around the world of women's football. This week we also have the Champions League games taking place on Wednesday and Thursday, the third match day of the Champions League this season, so they will be definitely something to look out for, the fixtures, and definitely can't wait for that to return. So in the meantime, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours. Make sure you are following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football, and in the meantime, we'll see you soon.